Battle. You made your bed and now you got sleep. You're so deaf and now you're gonna reap. There's a price on your head and it was steep, but you were misled. Get in line with the sheep. I don't care what they say, I don't care what they pay. They will never own me. I don't care about the fame, I don't care about my name, and if you ever know me, don't need my name in the lights.
All right. Here we are. Hey, Lexit in the house. Hey, we're having a nice discussion here. We actually had to open up the studio here, and we're getting together here. And I brought some folks here with me. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves before we get started, man? We're gonna have an open table conversation, bro. What we're gonna talk about is deep, bro. It's deep stuff. We're talking about fraud, but listen, I don't want you guys to simulate to the fraud that we currently know. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of fraud. And for that matter, man, can we go ahead and introduce yourselves one by one, man? People are already starting to hit the chat. Have a little quick discussion. Go ahead. Why don't you start to your right?
My name is Eli Martinez, part of Lexit. And yeah, just excited to get started with the podcast with all my guys right here. We've been doing it for a while, so we're ready to rock and roll for y'all. Get on there.
Awesome.
My name's Alex Alfaro at the Stoic Mastermind. Ready to get rolling with these guys.
What up? Israel Carrasco. Follow me on IG. Is Comedy. IZ Comedy.
Excellent. Hey, and you guys know me. I'm gonna be head spearing this conversation, you guys. And if you guys see the flags and you guys don't go for the Dodgers, come on, man. Come on, guys. Hey, we're all united here. We love the Dodgers. We're in LA. We're so close to LA, so why not? There's some people from New York here. But it's all right. It's all right. New York is all right.
Yeah, throw it out there. All right.
No, I just want to give a little quick shout out to everybody that's chatting, man. We got Richard Garcia who's just joining the call. Also, we have Teresa Sanger who's saying Biden bribes. Yes, of course. We're going to be talking. We're going to open up this discussion to the chat also. And so we're already, you guys can join in by calling 714-764-0747 and you'll be able to chat with us live as well. So once again, phone number is 714-464-0747 and go ahead and join live. All right, guys. So let's get going. Why don't we start off a little bit about, I don't know about you guys. Let me tell you a little history about myself and actually a history of what's going on here in Southern California. As you guys know, I migrated back in 1983, and I said to myself, where did I go wrong? Okay, where did I go wrong? As a Latino man, I migrated. I did everything well, and I was not political at all. And so, where did I go wrong? You know what I mean? Where did I go wrong coming into a state, a nation that has everything under control? Everything was good. The stop means stop. The green means go. You know what I mean? When you guys go to TJ, what happens in TJ? No disrespect to our TJ folks. What happens in TJ? Un despapaya, you know what I mean? Which is known as this, whatever you want to call it, right? Well, guess what happens? That's what happened. There's no law and order. But what's going on here in the United States, it's actually something completely different, right? So, Israel, why don't you tell us a little bit about the history or give us a little summary of what we were talking about earlier, brother?
Well, people think that fraud in elections and in censorship is a new thing, but actually, especially with the Democratic Party. And by the way, the biggest myth is that the Democratic Party is a party for brown and black folks. They've been pimping people for votes.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. And the latest scam, come on, bro. Joe Biden goes up there and he plays Suavemente to try to get the Latino vote. Oh, Despacito. Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Bro, he'll do the what's that other?
Next he's going to be playing Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah, he's going to play Vicente Fernandez. But the point is that the shadiness that we're seeing today, it's not new. If you just Google the Tammany Hall scandal of 1872, there was just voter fraud even back then. You Google the absentee ballot scandal of 1997, and then the New Hampshire Senate race in 1974. Just Google that. We don't want to spend too much time talking about each one of those things because it could be a show in itself.
Yeah.
But the point is that what we're witnessing right now, it's not brand new. I mean, the shadiness that's happening now, The big difference now is that now it's concentrated. Now you got the DNC,
Right.
you got big tech,
Media.
and you got big media, all colluding. And where you really saw it was in the release of the Twitter files. The truth came out, so now they can't deny it.
Yeah.
And what did we find out? We find out that the FBI is actually paying Twitter to censor people. That they had
Crazy, bro. What
weekly
the heck?
meetings. They had weekly meetings with Twitter.
It's pretty scary
Sounds
stuff,
like
man,
the
if you think
KGB
about
out
it.
of
Yeah,
Russia, bro.
Exactly.
Like KGB type of thing,
Exactly.
bro. Like what the heck?
And then now, with the whole, let's take a trip down memory lane with Hunter Biden.
Oh,
When
man.
that story first came out, what was big media saying?
That's not true. These are conspiracy theorists. How dare you?
Yeah,
even
Russian,
talk about
Russian
that.
disinformation.
Yeah, no,
Russia-
that's
Yeah, Russia
no.
Russia misinformation, right?
Right.
And if you at that point said, "Hey, maybe there's some truth to this," what happened? They shut you down.
Yep.
They shut down your channel. It's not till the
Misinformation. Dude. Don't even let them post that.
exactly. And then what happened? Finally, months later, the Washington Post was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's a real story."
Bro, and
After the fact, oh, by the way, oh, he's president now, so now we can tell the truth, right?
and by the way, isn't that a left-wing media? It's not no right wing. It's not a right extremist. That's a left-wing media that
Yeah.
said this. In other words, the people that they watch actually tell them, "Oh yeah, bro, it's true."
Yeah.
It wasn't like a another type of media type of channel.
And tell me that didn't have an effect on the results.
Yeah. So fraud
Right.
can be many things, man. Right? It's not just about signatures and ballots. It could be about just information that's spread to sway the vote a certain way, or information that's kept from the people so that they vote a certain way. But this has been going on for years, man.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
just
You
out in
guys,
the open now.
you guys are the OG is how I like to say it, right? I'm the youngster. But did you ever see back then in previous elections how they take out people's personal information and throw it out there and do chase them like that? Can I get
No, not I never
No.
saw
to
it.
this
Not
extent?
to this extreme.
extent.
No.
No, in fact, if you want to get really old school, look at like old clips of news, like Walter
Media.
Cronkite, right?
Media, right?
Dude, it was boring. It was just an old guy, old white guy, right? Like
Right.
today the Soviet
Yeah.
Union.
Monotone.
You know what I mean? There was no
Breaking
editorializing.
news or stuff like that.
It wasn't like, oh, it's ridiculous, bro. I mean, now it's like there's only one, and you saw this with a lot of things. Number one, you really saw it with the vid. You know what I mean? You can't even say it. You can't even say the damn word, or they'll shut you down. I mean, that's how crazy it is.
Yeah.
But what happened there? There was only one answer, and that one answer is you got to take the shot.
Yeah.
That one was that. I mean, that's where that's another one. Do you guys ever remember the federal government or media pushing for you have to get this vaccine? Do
No,
you guys remember that in the past?
never.
Because I remember that in news probably growing up when swine flu came out. They had medicine, but they weren't forcing it. They just said be careful. When
Well,
other
they
sicknesses
kind of been forcing vaccines, especially on
But-
children
but
for,
the way-
for a
this
long
one-
time, for schools and education. Not to this extreme that we saw where federal governments requiring our military, our police force, our firemen to get it.
firefighters, yeah.
That's crazy.
And you know what's crazy too is how dirty they did the nurses, right? Because they were the heroes. And then in that same breath, they were like, "Oh, you're the hero, but if you don't take the shot, you're going to be fired."
Yeah, you're out.
And
After the fact, right? After they went
That's
through this
crazy,
whole
bro.
thing for 2 years, this vaccine comes out. I mean, we're pretty much at the tail end, and now you're firing them.
Yeah.
You want to know something more scary about this? Bro, they haven't mentioned COVID not one bit. Not once, bro. No media.
Oh, by the way, just quietly, the World Health Organization came out and said, "Oh, by the way, COVID is not an emergency no more."
Yeah.
Just like that. And check this out.
And then the CDC director goes and resigns.
Right.
I don't know what her
But
name
that's
is.
what I'm
but she
saying.
resigned.
Nothing
Bro.
going on here, guys.
Yeah.
This
I
is
have
just
nothing to say.
perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Nothing, bro,
Bro.
Why haven't they mentioned it? Where'd it go?
Bro, again, people, all you got to remember,
They went back to China, I bet.
big
Yeah,
tech,
exactly.
the DNC, and the mainstream media is one. Once you remember that, it all makes sense.
Yeah, if you don't know it by now, then I'm sorry, you're just clueless.
The other thing that happened too with the whole, I mean, you guys, I mean, God, we can go. There's so much shadiness.
So much to talk about.
Like when Joe Rogan took, I think it was ivermectin and all this other medication.
Yeah.
How did the media treat that? They
Oh.
said he's taking horse dewormer.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's taking like stuff for fucking that Mr. Ed would take, right? Like what the fuck?
They were
Like
making it seem,
caballitos and shit.
they were
you know?
making
Forget
it
about
seem-
the fact that it helped him 2 days, 3 days later. He's already working out again. Forget
no,
about
it's
all
funny
that.
because he was saying it as an advice, not as you have to. And then what did the media do? Don't listen to him. He's crazy. And then he's like, I'm not even doing this to push. I'm just saying for me, it's healthy.
Yeah.
And check this out: the guy, the scientist that invented that medication, I want to say it was ivermectin, was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
But the media never talked about that. They just made him sound like he's taking this crazy like horse medication, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So there's fraud. Bro,
We're living in crazy times,
we're
man.
living in clown world, bro.
Yeah.
I honestly it's just crazy, but sad at the same time how our country literally, and it's hard, it's sad not to predict it, but it's falling, bro. It's
I think
falling.
it's by design, bro. To be
Of course.
Oh
honest.
yeah, well, Alfred knows me, and I'm a Christian. I know, biblically, this has to happen, but not even that. Anyone that we don't even have to go biblically. You can see that there's something behind the screens. If you don't think that there's something behind the screens of government, then you're what are you sleeping on, bro?
Yeah.
Because I've always talked with this with Alfred, bro. Think about it. For example, with Congress, right? With Congress, Republican, Democrat, they say that they're against each other, right? But they share the same building. Their office is like right across. Respectfully, I don't know everything, but how do we not know they're not having dinner together?
Yeah, it's
like,
all a show, man.
right.
It's
How do
all a
we know
show.
they're not having dinner and they're like, yeah, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna say this, but don't take it personally. I know,
Like WWE, right?
Yeah, bro.
They
Like
hate each other,
they
and
fight
then
each
the
other.
next day they're like best of friends.
Right. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not. I guess you could say that I'm conspiracy theorist, and I've talked with this a lot with.
No,
our
you're
cousin.
truth seeker.
Truth seeker. Sorry. What I would say is that how come, ladies and gentlemen, I think watching question this. These are things that, like, think about it. Everyone has to realize, and if you don't, you got to wake up. Government, sadly, this type of government is not on your side. When they say they're on your side, they're not, bro. They're doing something to pull the rug under you.
There's always a narrative. There's
Right.
always something that they're trying to achieve in everything that goes on. The media always has a narrative. They're always trying to push something.
Well, listen, before, sorry to interrupt. I know you guys are having that open conversation, man, but hey, our friend from DC, Drano, is actually putting up how great our country is. It's so great, man, that the polls are actually showing that Trump is up by 7 points, right? But at the same time, he's promoting that, hey, don't worry, folks. There's approximately 700,000 people in the border getting ready to pass through Texas and multiple states like Arizona, California, but everything's okay.
Yeah.
But remember, Mayorkas just said a couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, he said, everything's under control. We got everything under control. So it leads me to believe it. It leads me to ask a question to you guys. How are we seriously not being lied to? Because if we're looking at posts like this, where we have a massive amount of exodus from other countries and coming into the United States,
Dude, is
and
that a
and
real picture,
this is
man?
actually a real picture.
That's-
Yeah, it's a real picture. Look, you got
That is crazy.
California, you got Mexico, Honduras, you
Hey,
got a
what
lot of
about-
people.
What
And listen,
the-
there's approximately right now, I heard there's another caravan of 80,000 people that are coming down from Texas, just towards Texas. Why is it nobody's talking about California? Why is it nobody's talking about Arizona? Why is it everybody wants to flux through Texas? That is a good question. But listen, the whole conversation that we're having right now, man, hey, Israel, I really like your take on this when we were talking about it. Our goal is actually to educate us ourselves and to be able to show you guys that, hey, I was telling the guys offline, right? I was letting them know and saying, hey, guys, I feel so discouraged. I feel so bad. Like last time we were doing our podcast last week, right? Didn't I tell you guys, I'm freaking. I don't really want to vote anymore. What
What's
that's
the
how
point, man?
exactly. That's how demoralized I was. But then guess what happened? This week I said, I'm not doing it. I came to this country, you know what I mean, crossing borders and doing this for the dream, the American dream, right? And then we have a politician that's trying to take it away from me. Heck no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna come back to my job, right, and do some research, right? And I played out, and like Israel mentioned, I played out some history because it's important that you understand the history. Listen, folks, if you're like me, like if you're just exactly like me, that was not a political, you were not part of a politician group or whatever, because I wasn't. I was actually, like Israel mentioned, I just voted blue all the time because I felt my mom said it was a good group. It was a good team to vote for.
Yeah, they were for us.
They were for us.
Yeah.
They're for the working class.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are going to take care of us. But guess what? Now I'm in this other side where now I've seen that I've accomplished things because this nation allowed me to not only produce my documents legally, right? It took me 12 years, you guys. But guess what? I was able to get a job. I was able to get a social security card, a driver's license. And by all means, I'm not bashing on those people like right here that are coming and they're looking for a better, for a better future or a better thing. I'm just
there is a group of that people that are coming to this country for the American dream, but there's also the group of people that are terrorists, drug smugglers,
right?
Child traffickers. There's a combination of and I'd hate to say it, but I think the majority are people are coming to this country just like Trump said before. It's criminals.
Yeah, and it's like people need to realize too that these criminals, they're not the ones that are mixing with the good people, right? They're smart. They know what they're doing. They're not gonna. People need to realize, right? They're not gonna come in other way if they see that a caravan is coming, right? And there's a group of good people. They're gonna do anything in possibility to mix with them.
Yeah,
and that's how what I get what you're saying. I'm not bashing people that are coming for a good job. You got to do what you got to do, bro.
Yeah,
but just be the way it says.
Right way.
Yeah, and not only that, but watch out because there's always people mixing around in there. For example, when my mom came, there was a guy that was on his way raping women, bro. On his way,
it's happening now. It's happening now.
It is happening now. And what's crazy is, bro, the cartels love Biden.
They're smart. Of course, business, bro.
They love, and you know what's going to happen?
So do terrorists, by the way, because they're coming through too.
You know what's going to happen? Once they're in, they're going to pass a law that says you don't have to be anything. You can be, anyone can vote. And then they're going to try to get those votes. They're just getting votes.
Yeah,
and here's the thing. The Democratic Party, they do not care what happens to this country. They do not care that this country is going to go to crap as long as they get the votes.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy,
as long as they stay in power, because in power they'll get what they want.
That's kind of crazy though, bro. Like how do you not care at the same time? Like you're gonna be living in this country, but we know how Congress is. They got money, so they're probably just gonna move out when this country goes to crap and try to do it somewhere else.
Bro,
they don't care.
It's like a bad person gets there, makes their money. He sees the investment, the company falling. Right? What does he do? Grab his money. I'm out.
Bounce
next to the next company.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with them. That's
and they don't care about the crime and all that because they have their own private security. They got their own. Yeah, they live within their own border walls. Right.
Right.
So
it's just sad. It's crazy, but sad at the same time.
It's wild, man. But listen, guys, I wanted to bring this up because it's crucial that we say, man, the laptop from hell, bro, it's not going anywhere. The laptop from hell, it's not gonna go anywhere. Actually, we've gotten so much, bro. I want to give a shout out to the people of the New York Post, right?
New York Post.
They have not.
Shout out to y'all.
A shout out to them because they have not stopped producing some of this stuff. They're not gonna lay it out, bro. They're not happy that all the legacy media or all these media outlets try to play down something that was actually, they knew that it was a validity. They knew that this stuff was real. They knew that the emails were real. They knew that the videos were real. They knew that the pictures that were in there were real.
Man,
and guess what?
New York Post, bro.
The New York Post knew. Crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guess what happened? The guy, what is it? The shop owner, he's getting sued by Biden, by Hunter Biden, because he's saying that's instead of focusing that, bro, it was your laptop, right? No, you exposed my personal information. We try to get a hold of you after 90 days. We try to reach out to you. We called you. We emailed you. We did everything we can. That we actually we did. We thought we did the same. That we did something good to ensure that this got to the right hands, which was the FBI. And it's been so good that right now, after 4 years, the FBI hasn't even showed anything in the laptop. That's how good and protected Hunter Biden is.
Big
Yeah,
time. And I actually saw pictures, bro. He's doing the Bud Bengal Fiesta, bro, with all kinds of women.
yeah.
I saw it, bro.
So this right now
Oh,
or
bro.
back then?
So this,
There's fucking chila sticking out and everything, bro. Sorry, bro. But
I mean, sorry about
It's
that.
ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
And you know, the New York Post was actually banned from the White House press. They can't
Oh,
even go in there.
Bro, I was gonna say.
Damn,
I was
that's
gonna
crazy. I
say.
did not know that.
Yeah, think
That's
about
like,
it.
what does that tell you?
So all medias
mean, that's-
accept that one, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they know it's because they know they're gonna ask questions.
They don't want truth.
You know who
man.
I'm not surprised that right now, if he doesn't get banned, he's gonna get banned pretty soon. Is
Elon Musk.
him too. I think he's already banned.
Maybe.
Dorsey, the guy with the
Oh,
stick,
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
asking fire questions.
Yeah, he's
And then
always
sooner
been-
or later they're
yeah.
just gonna be like, you know what, bro, you're too controversial. You got to step out too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But dang, I didn't know that. New York Post.
But that's,
it's crazy
that's
because New York-
censorship, right?
Right, exactly.
That's
That's the real
And,
censorship.
and guys, if you want to get a glimpse of what America will look like, at Canada.
Oh my goodness.
Canada
crazy.
is
Look
what
at
happens
Portland.
if
Oh yeah, Portland, Seattle. Look at Seattle.
look at Seattle.
bro,
well, I heard Canada has some crazy
Bro,
stuff.
check this
But it's
out.
getting there.
in Canada, right? They passed a law where you can't misgender someone or they'll put you in
I heard
jail.
about that.
Godly.
So check this out. There was a guy,
Yeah.
a father, has a son, right? I don't know his name. Let's call him Joe.
Yeah.
Then Joe says, you know what? I want to be known as Cindy. So he's like, I'm Cindy, I'm a female. And then the dad's like, no, you're still my son. You're Joe. And so he calls him Joe. He goes to jail, bro,
His
for
own
misgender.
dad,
This is an
bro.
actual law.
That's,
Like, this
that's
is
crazy.
what we're
He
at,
sent
bro.
his own
That-
dad, bro, to jail. That's his dad, right?
Because you can't quote unquote misgender people.
That's his dad, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
Bro,
topic,
you
man.
think
Oh,
you're
and
on-
that's a completely next one. Hey, listen, we're keeping track. Hey, I want to give a shout out to is it Lisa Spencer? I want to give a shout out to Kusina Rose. Hey, good question. She said Senator Grassley from Iowa, who's in charge of the Hunter Biden investigation, just stated that they have found no real evidence of corruption. Well, golly, there's
Surprise,
actually
surprise.
surprise.
So who's the big guy that's getting his cut?
Who's the 10%?
Right.
I mean, the thing is this, man. So you have 50, 50 actual CIA collaboration between the CIA executives, 50 of them agents that came out and said that was a Russia disinformation. But now we're seeing that there's actual email saying, having that conversation about, yeah, add me on. Can you imagine? Like, you didn't even know that it was actually real. You just wanted to portray and just and choose a side, right? And say, yeah, just add me on, add my name in there. I'll go in there as long as I go against Trump. Actually, who said that was actually the New York Post. Bro, the New York Post has been a beast on promoting this
They
stuff.
used to hate what's his name too.
They used to, but guess what? when you start standing on meaning like, hey, there's got to be a balance. We can't just allow this, 7 news outlets to continue to bash on someone just because they don't like someone.
Right.
At the end, we gotta draw the line in the sand, and we gotta say enough is enough. As Latinos, we have a big responsibility coming to the United States. Not only do we have to pay our phone notes, our car notes,
Right.
our taxes, we have a huge responsibility in our community with our family. So therefore, there's bigger responsibility to actually get yourself educated, to understand who are you voting for? Who are these people that you're voting for? We actually did a quick analogy of the history of it. And the whole purpose, I know somebody mentioned to me offline, I know somebody saying, hey, Grassley, Cosinas keep on saying, Grassley is the head of Republic. I got it. Yes, I completely agree with you. Listen, I'm going to tell you, although, remember, have you ever heard of this word called rhinos?
Yeah.
Yep.
Republican in name only, okay?
If that was the case, if there was no evidence, then why first hide it and say it was misinformation to begin with? If there's no evidence,
Why would it?
Why would they even have to go that route with it, right? Why would it take so long to produce the fact that there's no evidence? It's been 2.5 years now.
bro. But
What's taking them
they-
so
they-
long
but they
to
can get-
actually say that?
They
right?
can get evidence for other cases, right?
Yeah.
Way faster.
It's like,
bro, the evidence.
why keep New York Post out of the White House if there's no evidence and they can actually say that and prove that? I don't care if this guy's a Republican or a Democrat. Who I don't know too much about what this guy has said.
Exactly.
All I just know is the facts. At first, you tried to hide it.
Yeah.
You say it was misinformation. That's evidence number one. That
The red flag.
red flag. There
The
you
timing.
go.
The timing.
Right. Now you want to keep the New York Post out of the White House so they don't bring it up or talk about it.
And then the
That's a
emails
red
are
flag.
disclosed, and now
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actual evidence.
Yeah.
So emails are disclosed. Exactly. So for Kasunia, there's evidence. We're telling you about it. You just have to do research. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I took it upon myself and did my own research. Listen, a lot of this stuff what really triggers me. The word trigger. What really triggers me is that we were able to find out within less than 24 hours who leaked, the documents about the Ukraine war. Within 24 hours, we had that person already apprehended. Who was the Navy guy?
Yeah.
Right, the Navy guy. Within 24 hours.
That was crazy.
But it's actually taking 4 years to actually, 2 years to actually disprove that there's actually a laptop. And now we know there is. And it's not coming from our own agency that we're supposed to trust. These are the people that are supposed to be involved with making sure that there's no terrorist. They're actually more involved in making sure that parents don't go to school board.
Bro, if we keep voting for Democrats, this is going to be China. Seriously.
Well, I mean, like you said,
Seriously.
first Canada, then China.
Here's
Bro.
the thing. If Latinos and blacks, if we could all come together, we could run this country, man. We can put the next president into office.
Hey, what you guys are talking about right now is actually something that we should have been talking about 3 years ago, brothers.
Right.
We should have been united like they are. That party that we've been talking about. Listen, when it comes down to politics at the end, politics are here to divide us.
Right.
Okay, politics are here because guess what? If you talk about, politics are the ones that pushing that, a man has and a woman has and all this politics is pushing that nonsense. But yet again, let's go back to the facts. No, we already know a man is, just like Roger said, you're a man. You're right. Remember Rogers? Even to Rogers, remember?
He would have been censored. He would have been banned.
He would have been
That's
censored and
crazy.
banned. Brother,
Should've been called transphobic.
Selena would have been censored and banned right now.
Yeah.
Selena, Bidi Bidi Bamba would have been censored right now for telling you like,
And what's that
Guys.
song by Johnny Chingas? That's only a man can sing that song.
Wait. There's
that's how,
which one was
That's old
Selena
school,
about?
bro. That's
Is she
old
saying about women, right? This one?
bro.
She was
Yeah.
talking about abortion. She was really against
Oh
abortion.
yeah,
hardcore.
yeah,
hardcore. She said it. She
That's
said
a true
it.
Chicana, guys.
Yeah.
That's hardcore. She said, listen, education start at home. Latinos, education start in our house.
Right.
It starts with our family, our parents, especially right now. And listen, I know some of you grew up without a mom or a dad. Understandable. But guess what? That's not you right now. You know what I mean? Right now, if you're married, you're happily married, you have a family, you're a dad and you're a mom, and now you guys are looming together, educating the new generation. This is exactly why it's needed. Did you guys know that a good chunk, 80%, all right, of minorities, that could be in the Black community or in the Hispanic community, actually 80%, the people that are actually incarcerated is because they don't have a father. They were actually fatherless in the beginning of their own life. So
Yeah.
they grew up having issues at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to that
And
all
guess
to
what,
say,
bro?
fatherless. Go
And
for it.
guess what started the policies?
Yes.
The brand new, what was it? The Lyndon Johnson's policies, right? That incentivize for the father not to be at
Yeah.
home
Yeah,
when the big
exactly.
welfare programs came up.
Right.
Welfare, exactly.
So
Basically, because that's the income right there. So fathers don't need to be there.
Yeah.
so
Money's coming in.
and that's came from where? Came from the Democrats. So the same Democrats are the ones that killed the husband and
Nucleus,
wife,
yeah, nucleus family.
the nuclear family,
Right.
but yet they're for the people. We have inflation up, historic inflation, right? Prices go high. Who does that affect the most? poor people.
Low income. Yeah.
I think for sure mid class, bro.
And the middle
Mid-class.
class.
And
Well,
the
they want to
middle class.
eliminate the
You
middle
see, high
class
class
altogether.
High class, I get it. They're already up there either way.
Yeah.
But if inflation skyrockets, then bro,
then
high
check
class
this
will
out.
start feeling it.
And so a lot of the same things that we, especially as Latinos, we believe in, close families, the policies that the Democrats are pushing, like pushing all sexualizing kids,
Oh my goodness,
bro. They have the gay BCs instead of the ABCs. Bro, that's not a joke.
I know I'm laughing
not-
because it's like
No, I'm not
bro,
laughing. It's just that I haven't heard that word that way.
Yeah,
I haven't heard it.
I
in a while.
haven't heard it
That's
either.
what I'm like, you haven't heard? There's a book that they're pushing on the kids. The
Oh, okay.
gay BCs.
Oh,
A
okay.
is for asexual. B is for bisexual.
Oh,
Okay,
golly.
yeah,
Bro,
I think I've
it
heard
is
of it.
crazy.
Something
And
like
check
that.
this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Then you have now the chomos, right? The you know what files?
Yes.
The P files. Now they want to be called minor attractive
Oh
persons.
yeah.
Are you
Yep.
kidding me?
No, bro.
Maps.
Maps,
Yeah,
maps.
And they got their own flag. That's how much they're not even hiding
Yeah.
that they're perverts, bro.
Yeah.
What is this? I mean, first we had
Bro,
First-
Google Maps, minor
Oh, man.
attractive
I heard of
persons.
that.
this is not right.
They got
Yeah.
and they
No,
got a flag.
I'm sorry, you're a pedophile.
And check this out.
You need to go
And
to
there's-
jail.
And there's only
That's
one
not an attraction, bro. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah, no.
psychotic
bro,
issue.
and
bro.
there's
You're
only one
mentally
party
ill.
that's
You-
pushing this.
Yeah.
That's my point. People always say, "Oh, well, politics is politics." No, who's pushing the wackiness, bro?
Right.
It's not the Republicans. It's not the Republicans. It's the Democrats that are pushing for this other stuff, bro. I'm gonna make a crazy prediction. People think I'm crazy. My prediction is, in 10 years, being a chomo, being a you know what file is gonna be legal.
That's
I think-
that's the push.
I'll even push
And-
it
and
further.
let me tell you why.
Sooner.
That's
just really
the
quick.
push.
Because if you can just say that you can identify as a different sex,
At 10 years old.
then you can say, well, I identify as a different race. The next step is, well, I identify as a 5-year-old.
yeah,
and my
well,
boy- and then
not
my-
only that, if
Bro,
you,
you mark my words, bro, they're gonna legalize being a chomo.
yeah, for sure. Because if they're giving the kids the right to change their sex without parents' permission at the age of 10, then the next step is giving them the right to decide whether they can have sex with whoever at that age too. I mean, what's the difference?
Bro, kids
Right?
cannot get a firearm, cannot drink alcohol, cannot drive, cannot smoke cigarettes.
But they
But
can
a
chop
sex
it off.
change? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
without even the parents now. Where they're pushing for that now.
And in
That's crazy.
schools, you can get in trouble if you don't withhold that information. There's a teacher, they got fired. I think she's in the LA Unified School District or in San Diego, but she's in California. They fired her because she just was talking about her Christian faith, and they fired her. So then they said, you know what?
kidding me?
Well, no. Then they said, okay, we'll let you keep your job, but these are the conditions that you have to meet. This, and that. And if someone identifies as whatever, you have to go along with it. But the thing she said, but if there's a kid that is wants to transition or identify something else, you can't tell the parents.
right.
So she told the school board. So you're asking me to lie to the parents? They said, yes, that's the new law.
What?
Wow.
That is
What is this?
wild.
Nazi Germany or something?
This
bro?
is
like
where we're at,
what?
bro.
This is crazy. Well, I got a shout out to
Scary,
Cosmic.
man.
Cosmic saying maps, bro.
Yeah.
MAPS, maps, bro. Oh, I got it, Cosmic. I got it, bro. Actually, he put up a really good point. He says, fatherless home is the biggest contributing factor to disorder, both with or without. What is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Both without a biological father and with God himself. Listen, you
Mhm.
guys, I don't know about you guys, man, but somebody once told me, like, bro, like I came to the States, right? And I felt like it was aligning with me. I'm talking about this is 1998, 97. Some of the people that came around that era, they're like, great. I see a church in every single corner. But guess what? Over the last 3 years, 4 years, it's like they want to erode every single church. And it started through the the ouchie Fauci, right? They started with the pandemic. They closed down the churches. They started saying that this was a pandemic of mass proportion, which only kills less than 0.001%.
Close the churches, but keep the strip clubs
it's
open.
forcing everybody in here to
Yeah.
it forced 60%. 60 35% of American in the nation, they were vaccinated. There's 35% that are still non-vaccinated. That's why you still have Chelsea Clinton going out and saying, we need to vaccinate all the children.
That was crazy.
But
bro.
wait a minute. The WHO just says, hey, we're done. We're done. But they continue the rampant because you need to know that with the Fauci or with the vaccine, you know, your immune system is going to be stronger. And that's why we have so many people that passed away, because we were the test kits for this thing.
Lab rats.
We see a lot of people that
What
pass
do you guys
away.
think is their reasoning for this?
Oh man.
For what? For what?
For this forcing vaccines?
Oh,
on
it's really
people?
simple.
Idea.
Money.
Oh, that's
You got it was a perfect storm. You have the federal government giving billions to Pfizer and all these other companies. You have a law that says you can't sue pharmaceutical companies if something bad happens.
Right.
That's number two. And then you got the pharmaceutical companies giving back the money to the politicians. And then it was two things. It was money and control. Then you make it a state emergency. Why do you think Gavin Newsom wanted to make it a state of emergency? Because when it's a state of emergency, they got all these powers that they could override. So they kept it as an emergency.
Yeah.
As long as they could. Even though he was out drinking with his buddies, it's power and
French
control,
laundry.
bro. It's the biggest joke.
I think the biggest one too is like you said, I think control. Because if you remember, right, reading about what happened in 9/11, a lot of people ran to churches, bro. A lot. When this thing came out, a lot of people left churches. So if they know how to manipulate, think about it, bro. I don't know if you guys are religious or not. If they can manipulate the Christian faith people into saying don't go to church because you're scared, there's a
Create
virus,
fear. Yeah.
bro, that already shows you that their plan is bigger. That this was a test to see who will fall for it, bro.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
would be like, oh yeah, I got him. Because next thing you know, what's gonna happen? Oh well, you know what? You can't have this because of this safety. Oh, you can't do this because of this safety. Oh, you can't do this because of this safety. What happens? Socialism and communism, right there for you. Because you're already listening. You're not even thinking for yourself. Be like, wait, hold on. Why do you keep telling me what to do, bro?
And you see
It's
it
control.
because the main themes of communism is you're part of a group. So that's what they do now. They want to divide people by race. White people are evil, and you're either. Before it was the have and the have-nots. That was the original communism, but you can't push that because
Social
communism
class,
has a bad thing. So now instead of being the haves and the have-nots, it's the oppressed and the oppressor. But it's the same strategy.
Yeah, it's
to
just
divide
different name.
people and put them in groups, and then have you rely on the government. But you tell me where has socialism worked?
Never.
Dude, just look
Nowhere.
at Venezuela.
Nowhere.
Look at
Venezuela.
Cuba.
Bro, there's a bunch of Venezuelans coming. If it's so good over there, why are they coming?
Yeah.
Bro?
Exactly. Somebody said here, I think Uno Neo said the best thing people can do is take your power back from mind control system of government. That's right. See, we need to take control of what we see. See, if each individual, if every of us do our research, right? We don't just stay gazed at what MSNBC is saying or CNN or whatever.
Do
MSLSD.
people still watch those? Do people still watch the news?
I honestly, bro,
Though I heard the ratings are tanking on
Yeah.
Fox and CNN, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, Raza is easily full, bro.
Bro, look at
Yeah.
Telemundo,
Univision,
Univision,
bro,
bro.
Univision, bro. Like everything they talk about, and then that's the funny part is that, for example, the one that I don't like at Univision is Jorge Ramos.
Oh, he's a
Damn,
clown.
like the dumbest Latino I've ever met on there. And just hearing
I don't
it,
even
the
know
way
who that
what he
is.
spews, like, excuse me, this freaking freaker is literally talking about how the struggles of Latino and the gente. But this guy's net worth, I don't know how much,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know how many millions,
He's
and
mad
living
big.
probably in the suburbs with the white leftists. I don't get you. So you're talking about the struggle, but my guy's living in freaking richness, and then his whole family is just. So what do you mean by struggling, bro? Like you're not a struggle. You're not. You don't know what that is,
Bro, you know when I really
don't like
started
it, bro.
losing hope, bro, was when we could have recalled Gavin Newsom.
Yep.
Oh no.
And bro, I was like,
Mm.
this is the opportunity to get rid of this clown, right?
And people still voted for him.
And what did Joaquin and Maria and fucking Jose do?
I
They're
know.
like, I know, pues es demócrata.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
yo soy demócrata porque me vamos
Él no,
Exactly.
él no odia a los latinos.
Yeah.
Él quiere a los hispanos.
Oh my god.
And then it's funny because you look at it's funny because then you look at the business wise, right? Latinos are, a lot of them are entrepreneurialists, and I guarantee you they complain about, in their minds they're like, dang, why is my income tax so high? Why is my property tax going high?
Yeah,
Why is this going tax so high?
high?
And they don't see, like, bro, this is the guy who literally by 2024 he wants to, Latinos watching this, Gavin Newsom by 2024 wants to take the tax rate in everything in California to 14%. But that's the man y'all vote for. That's the man you say that he's for the Latinos.
That's the problem. What if you didn't vote? And see, the thing is this: you got approximately about 41 million people in California, which now we might have more because of the influx. Pero think about it.
Oh, are they going to come to? I don't think they can come to California. They'll have to merge from Texas.
Well,
and come here.
that's what they're doing.
They'll bust them
They're
all over.
they're busting. They're willing, hustling,
Oh,
billion.
yeah, damn.
I mean, think about it.
Well, it's
The
funny
whole-
because they're gonna. This is what the plan is. Sorry to cut you out. Alfred.
no, go for it, bro.
People are leaving California. So imagine a migrant who comes here who thinks is gonna have the opportunities the same as how it was in the early 2000s. Bro, it's not, because even an apartment here costs almost $2,000
Bro.
to even rent out.
Bro,
So-
how much? Just think, Alex. You and I are lucky, bro. We got our home probably 20 years ago. Right now we're stuck at 2,200. But right now, bro, I'm seeing people getting apartments at 2,800, 3,000, 3,200 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Is that facts or what?
It's expensive,
Crazy.
bro.
Bro, it's wild. But listen, this is what the push is we have no homes. But here's the thing. You guys got to understand. There's always a thing. You always got to understand why they're doing this. But since there's a problem with housing, we're gonna let everybody that's buying a new home, right? And you're new to the market.
Yeah, I heard about
Everybody that has 740 in credit score, you need to pay an extra 1%. All right. And you're going to pay that on behalf of those that have bad credit that have 640%.
that. Sounds to
that-
me.
that-
I don't know
that'll
about you
get
guys.
you a better rate. But
That'll get you a better rate. We're paying an extra 1%. And also you're gonna help the fellow person that struggled because of his credit. And
This is-
bro, this is just
I'm scratching my head. Doesn't
This
this
is-
kind of
this-
sound like
this is definitely-
socialism?
exactly, exactly.
Already? Isn't that socialism already,
Yeah.
guys? Like, since right here, my friend worked and got a good, successful business and all that, but I
Yeah.
didn't get it. You know what? Can you give me half of your net worth because I
Exactly.
struggled? That's
Exactly.
socialism, bro. Equal means of production. They don't got to say it.
that means that Izzy, you can work 52 hours, and bro, you got to give me 20 of your hours because I didn't work.
Yeah.
Because I was struggling, bro.
How
I'm
would
on
you
You're
feel-
unemployment.
oppressed.
Yeah, I was oppressed.
It's
How
white
would-
supremacy.
Izzy, how would you feel, bro, if your boss came up to you and be like, "Hey, since this new system came in, I know you work 52 hours, but this new guy only worked 20, so we're gonna take."
Exactly, bro.
How would you feel?
Always
How would you
policy.
feel?
How many
bro?
times have you guys been called white supremacists?
Oh my
man.
goodness, bro.
Bro,
don't
hey,
even go
listen,
there, bro.
hey, this is facts. Anna Navarro just said, Anna
Shoot,
Navarro from The View just mentioned it right now. This is facts. She just said it yesterday. She said, guys, you guys got to understand now if you're Hispanic or if you're black, you can also have the mindset of a white supremacist. So now you're a white supremacist. Can you guys imagine that, bro? Like you and me, just because I think different and I have a brain that I'm not easily manipulated. Now I'm a white supremacist.
And
Bro,
then-
where have we reached?
And then
Where
go
have we reached?
and then go read the story of white supremacy, bro. White supremacy and the KKKs. The whole reason why it's called white supremacy, and I'm tired of people, leftist people, whatever color you are, using this. A white supremacy, even if you supposedly like those ideologies, it's not going to benefit you because their whole purpose is
They
only
hate you.
white folks, right? Exactly. This is like me going to the KKK and saying, "Hey, I like your ideologies." They're gonna lynch me fast, bro,
Yeah.
and hang me from a tree. So I don't get why people think that and even if I would think that the white man is better, how is that gonna benefit me if I'm not even freaking white? I'm dark as a pinto bean. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And who started the KKK?
Democrat Party.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, and look at bro. Everything that's wacky, just remember, if it's wacky, it was done by a Democrat. Perfect example. Seattle. Well, check this out. Chicago.
Bro, don't it?
Chicago, right? Chicago.
Lori Lightfoot.
Lightfoot.
Beetlejuice.
She's literally Lightfoot, I think.
So Chicago, listen up. And by the way, black people, you're in the same boat like us, bro. You guys, we're both getting pimped. Here's what happened in Chicago.
Damn, bro.
You got Lightfoot, right? She gets out. She reduces crimes. She makes a law where, like, if you're chasing a bad guy, you got to get approval to chase the bad guy.
Yeah, you can't chase.
God,
Yeah.
me.
Bro, so they minimize, they do everything misdemeanor. Crime goes through the roof, right? So then Walmart and Target, all these stores go, dude, we're out of here. You're not prosecuting anyone. And then they have press conferences and they're like,
How dare you not?
Walmart is racist.
Yeah.
Bro, who started these policies? Same thing happened in Portland. And same thing is happening here.
Same in New York.
It's just
Same in New York.
where,
Yeah.
like, it has become like, if you guys remember the cartoon, it was my favorite one, Batman. You would always see Gotham City. Why is Batman still there fighting crime? And then you would think, like, damn, this city is pretty bad and dangerous. Like, Batman's always out there fighting crime. Bro, we're in Gotham City. We just don't have a Batman no more, bro. We don't have a Batman to do it. Like, and I thought that would never be possible because it was a show. I was seeing it. I was like, man, these are actual evil guys. Bro, it's happening now. I mean, now that Maps is on the maps, that it's cool to all that stuff. And then now that you're saying that it's the company's fault that they're moving out because due to racism.
Oh,
like,
so check
what?
this out,
Of
right?
course, it's always that.
So then the new guy, the new mayor from Chicago comes in and is worse than Lightfoot, bro.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
this is what
It's like, bro,
He's more
and check this
progressive,
out.
no?
They asked
so
him,
you go in and
do you-
vote another Democrat. That's
They ask him, do you
even more
condone
left.
the rioters? He says, well, actually, if you look at it, he wouldn't condone them. Next day, they loot the hell out of, I think it was a Target or Walmart. Walmart's like, I'm out of here, bro.
Yeah, but I'm
We're
losing
in
money.
clown world, bro.
This is
That's
crazy.
sad, bro.
Why do you think we're having this discussion, you guys? Because as Latinos and minorities, we need to wake up. You know, we need to actually see that our vote is actually, if we don't vote, man, listen, last week I was done. I was gonna hang the shoes, right? Politics. I was gonna fast for a 6-month, thing, but I just said, no, you know what? It's a reason why I need to understand this. You know what I mean? Because right behind us, there's people that actually need our opinion, and you can always gear them to the facts, right? Meaning, like, do your own research, right? Google these things. We started having these conversations with the Tammany Hall, right? This stuff happened, fraud, full on mobsters back in the 1800s. Bro, this was already happening. 1960 with the Nixon
JFK.
and Kennedy.
Yeah.
What happened? They're screaming, doing fraudulent stuff. We jumped over to New Hampshire, right? In 1972. The same party continued to hack, continued to go out the path of frauds, right through the voting system. We jump into 1997. These are all facts. Listen, all you guys got to do is search. And this is the party that mom wants you to vote. This is the party that tells you that it's okay for your little girl to be a boy. It's okay for your little girl to be a girl. I mean, your little boy to be a girl. It's okay to kill 3,500 Black children a day. This is the party that they want us to vote for. And it's enough. It's time to wake up. And I know I'm getting animated. Why are you guys all looking at me?
No,
like that?
I was gonna ask you, did you put the
We're
call in
feeling
number
you.
so people can call in?
Oh yeah, people. Hey, we got the number. You guys can call in at this number. Come on, join us. The number to call here at studio. We got a live direct. You guys can call in, join in, man. We want you to be part of
Yeah,
this.
we wanna hear-
714. We want to hear you out. 714
Bring it.
464.
And if you guys are gonna cuss us out, it's all good. We don't get emotionally
Yeah.
damaged.
We don't get triggered.
No. Keep the cussing to the minimal because we got the CEO listening up. So hey, you guys pay attention. No cussing. Try to keep it minimal because I know you're upset, just like some of us here are upset. And the only way we can release our frustration is through that method. But just do it peacefully, right? Let's don't be like New York and start jumping on the trains and get electrocuted. No, come on. Call in right now. The number right here at studio is 714-464-0747. We want to hear you. But as we continue, you guys, the reason why we want to wake you up, Latinos, is because this is happening. This is happening
Right
to
now.
the next generation.
Yo,
It's
check
happening
this
now.
out. Check this out. Gavin Newsom, he's going to force people to get electric cars, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Guess who can't afford electric cars? Poor people.
The mid
but
class,
yet, but
bro.
yet the Democrats are the party of the people.
The mid class, bro.
Bro.
And what the heck, an electric car, bro? I like my truck, bro. I love my truck.
All right, let's see. We got a caller. I like it. I like it. We have. Let's see. All right, caller. Let's see.
Hello,
Who's
this
this?
is Alex the Socialist calling for Eli.
Hey, what's up, Alex DeSoto? Nah.
Oh, that's me, hey, Jesse. I was messing with Eli.
Hey, just
What's
messy,
up,
man.
G?
Hey, actually, we got Jesse, the founder. Jesse, what's up, brother? How are
What's up,
you?
bro? I was about to say, I wish it was
What's
Alex.
up,
I would've
fella?
made him.
What's
So,
happening,
Joke,
man?
you need to say what's up to you guys, man.
Dropping facts,
Hey,
bro.
hey, so what? So Jesse, what do you think? What do you think? Should Latino continue to vote Democrat, brother?
Hell no. That's like voting for Satan himself, man. It's not even about Republican versus Democrat. It's straight good versus evil now, right? The
100%.
full blown. They're trying to turn America into Sodom and Gomorrah. It's
Right.
like totally
That's true.
full blown communist. It's like if they're all. It's like I don't know. You got to be blind. You have, if you still don't know what's going on with the Democrats to see everything, you're a sheep. Like the video I posted the other day. If you still going along with that, then you're a sheep, eh? Because you should see that they're out actually destroying America. Even the dollar. You guys even talk about that? The dollar's even crashing. I mean, open borders. They're trying to put drag in school. They're mutilating kids. You know, like in all ways, it's bad, bro. It's all bad. Can you believe people still voting Democrat? Talk about sheep.
Yep.
That's so true, Jesse.
Yep.
Jesse, so one of the things that we were telling the audience here is that it was okay a couple of years ago, right? It was okay because our parents didn't know better, right? They just felt that this was the right party that aligned to them. And you see, over the last 4 years, it's actually shown us their horns. You know what I mean? So now, what you're saying, it is time for take it in the chin, like somebody said, right? And let's start aligning with the politicians that better aligns to our moral values, right? Somebody that's not going to go after killing babies, right?
Yeah, because it's not the same party. Like, 'cause they bamboozled me. You know what I mean? I was an ex-Democrat. I was an ex-lifelong Democrat, but they're not the same party as even 5 years ago. Now they're just full-blown Marxist, totally righteous old. Even when I was bad, gang banging and all that, I don't even think then, bro. If I would have seen the Democrat, I wouldn't have been a Democrat then. This ain't the same Kennedy Democrats. It ain't the same old Democrats that our parents or whatever the hell. Like I said, this is full blown Marxist, full blown America going to hell. But nothing gets me mad though. Also though, is that our side, the Republican Party, they're all spineless cowards.
100%.
They don't do nothing either, right? So it makes us even harder. That's why we got to stop also putting these rhinos that ain't doing nothing in there, these cowards getting punked. Like, you know, I mean, look at the Democrats. They're even busting Trump, doing all whatever. What is our side? Are they doing anything? Imagine if they were arresting Obama, Hillary. There'd be riots in the streets. You think the Democrats would allow them to bust Obama and all Schumer and all that? Hell no. But then what are they doing? Not one of the Republicans ain't doing nothing. They're not saying nothing.
Yep.
They're just letting it happen. So I'm not even disgusted, pissed off at our side too.
Yep.
So Jesse, really quick for those of us that are keeping up with what's going on here at Lexit, because as you know, politics, it's a really tricky subject, right? And the reason why I say this is because you hit it right in the nail. Now you're starting to see the reality of how if we put our trust in a party, we can easily get bamboozled like we're getting now. Look, some of us voted, some of us voted Republicans, and now we're starting to see for who they are. Okay, right now I remember right now we have the majority in the House. How come an impeachment hasn't happened?
Exactly.
How come those like all the main all these people that Comer's the only one, and Jordan, and then look, Matt Gaetz just came out a couple of he came out with a couple of
Anna.
Anna
Yeah.
came out for a couple. Congratulations, by the way. I think she's having a baby, her first baby, and she's congratulations to Anna if she's listening to us. But it's time to hit him where it hurts. It's time for us to attack politics. Somebody said here, do it. They said it good. They said be fiery but peaceful. And it's time for Latinos to be fiery and peaceful. But it's time to play their game. It is time to play politics.
Yeah.
But the first thing they got to do is they got to wake up.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because they got no repercussions, bro. See, the Democrats do all this crap, and they imagine if all the Republican AGs open investigate. You know what? You guys want to play these games, doing this and that to Trump? We're busting cases against Obama, Hillary. We're checking Pelosi's financial records, all this money. How could Maxine Waters? How could they get so rich while they're in office? We're going to investigate all, and then they would be like, "Hey, better slow down. Republicans are coming after us now. We better think twice about what we're doing to them. Hey, maybe if we start hitting them back or doing something, but our side doesn't do anything. They just take it, bend it over, just taking it. Whatever the Democrats want to do, they don't do nothing. That's why me and A-Rod, we get so frustrated at our own side because we know the left. We know they're evil. We know all that. But when our own team, they're not doing nada. They're not doing nothing to help us and all that. It's like when you're in the hood, in Nevada, you're going up, you're right there, you're getting jumpers, and your homies are just right there watching it.
That's so true.
I get my butt lift,
Be like, I got you in the beginning.
I was one of those guys, bro. That watched my
so you guys are right there watching me get beat. You know what I mean? You guys are watching me get beat and not doing nothing. I'm gonna get them fools later. All right, man. I'm gonna let you guys go.
Hey, thanks, Jesse. Thanks a lot, man. Jesse, the founder of Lexit. Thanks so much, Jesse, for joining up, man. Thank you. We appreciate your feedback.
All right, God bless, guys.
All right.
Take care.
Right, good.
Is there another caller?
All right. Hey. So there you go. You guys saw that it works. So you guys can call in directly at that number that we provided you, 714-464 0747. We're gonna leave it up for a little bit in case you want to join in and call. And listen, Jesse hit it right in the nail, bro. It is. See, remember we talked about this. It is not the Democrat Party. Now we're starting to see the true reality, the true colors of both parties. We have a freaking swamp, even if it's our own people. I'm sorry to say, rhinos.
And nothing's gonna happen if the three-letter organizations are politicized and are on one side. Nothing's going to happen. The DOJ, the CIA, the FBI, if all these organizations are colluding to have a multi-tier justice system. I mean, it's
and you know
we're
what's
screwed.
You know what's crazy, Alex, is Jesse said it too, bro. Why is it that the Democrats only ask for an impeachment, but why aren't they trying to impeach Biden now? Why aren't they trying to impeach?
They're scared, spineless. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I was thinking out loud. They're freaking spineless. All right. It's
at least to scare them, like Jesse said. Oh, you know what? Heck no. You know what? Let's just stop this. They're coming after us.
Chin check, bro.
You're right, like a chin check, like boom, right there. Like, hey, chill out already. But why don't they do that? Why haven't they had the votes to do it?
The more and more you watch this, the more and more you think it's all a freaking.
And but the other part though, you touched on too about the spirituality.
Yeah.
If you think about it, Christianity is the only religion where it's socially acceptable to diss.
Yeah, right.
Or shoot up a school.
Tell me another religion.
Shoot up a school of Christian kids, and that's
you
okay.
can just openly criticize.
Disrespect, bro. They disrespect us big time. That's what I've noticed too. I think on that part, just seeing it too, though. You know why is it happening a lot now? And I don't know if any Christian pastors watching on here. It has to do with the pastors. Now, what are they doing? They're allowing homosexuality into the churches. Yeah, they're allowing trans into the churches.
But wait a minute, Eli. We need to be what? What is that word?
Loving,
inclusive,
accepting.
Inclusive. Enough. You gotta stop. You gotta stop sin and call it for what it is. Yeah. All right. You cannot expect this person to actually love you or respect you when you're accepting the sin. Look at what happened. We got another caller right here. All right. Are you guys ready for another one?
Let's go.
All right. Let's do it. All right. Here we go. All right, here. Okay, caller, really quick before you say some, let me give you guys the rules. Okay, no cursing, no, don't be respectful, and we're gonna accept your opinion. All right, go ahead. Who's calling?
This is Jeff.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? Where
What's
you
up,
calling
bro?
from, Jeff? You're calling from Texas?
Jeff.
Dude, I'm from Texas, yeah, but bro, I was raised in California, man. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
what's up,
Kentucky's
brother?
in the house. Hey, Kentucky. Hey, bro, tell me something. Tell me something. What's the difference in climate between Kentucky? Do you guys have, the green gases that they're talking about over here in California, as in Kentucky?
He said Texas, bro.
He said
Yeah, he
Texas.
said
You said Texas or Kentucky?
Texas.
Oh, Texas.
Yeah, wait.
I was like, what's he talking about?
Kentucky. I was like, I didn't think I heard Kentucky. I heard Texas.
The hearing aids in California are not that good, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, brother. I misunderstood. Actually, you know what? On your phone number, it just said 7337. Well, you know what? If you look at the number 732, it actually from Kentucky. But you're
Okay,
right,
okay.
737. So sorry about that. All right. So Texas. Hey, brother, in Texas, bro, tell us firsthand, how is Texas handling the influx of migrants out in your border?
Well, I'm in Austin, so they don't care over here.
Oh, yeah.
Austin is almost like here, like LA, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
we can't even see what's going on over there.
Bro, I went to Austin, right?
But you
It's gone.
go ahead, brother.
you hear from you hear from like border cities and all that stuff. It's a big problem for them, and it's a real shame because the media and the politics, they're gonna say, well, you have no heart, you're not a person, you have no sympathy or empathy for these people. But it's like, for one, it's just bringing crime, like direct, immediate crime,
Yep.
like right then and there. Border Patrol, they're overwhelmed, they can't do anything. And then just look what is happening to do with our infrastructure. I mean, Austin has some homelessness. It is nothing compared to LA. Okay,
Dang.
but
Okay.
give it a couple of years, it's going to be looking like Portland, Seattle.
So check this out.
Well,
In
well,
Austin,
well,
really quick, they got all liberal and happy. They're like, oh, they can stay anywhere. Then Austin, you started seeing the tents everywhere, and they're like, whoa, wait a minute, we changed our mind.
Yeah, let's
Right?
clean this up.
Isn't
Yeah.
that what happened in
Yeah.
Austin?
Well,
Yeah.
I was going to actually ask the same thing because I know that there was in the news. It was actually in the news saying, Austin is starting to look like LA, like tent city. So, are you guys
Yeah,
cleaning
it's
house or no?
No, absolutely. It goes like back and forth. It seems like whenever our mayor or a governor does one thing to stop immigration, or at least just with homelessness, I can't speak about the immigration, but let's just talk about homelessness. Whenever
Sure.
one of them does something, the other one will counter it. But then it seems almost immediately it's recountered, like within 6 months to 2 years or something.
Damn.
I'm
Nothing
telling you,
really
bro.
gets done.
It's a
I
virus.
wish our governor would actually do something more than what he could. But I'm not going to act like I know everything. You know what I mean? I just have a surface level understanding.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I hear you, man. Well, the thing is, the reason why we asked this is because Austin is very liberal, bro. I mean, you have some of the major companies that just moved out. I mean, in fact, I think Joe Rogan is across the street from you guys. We got Dale who moved out there. We got so many people that are moving out there. So I'm sure you guys are feeling our pain a little bit and feeling a little liberated a little bit. No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you think here's a good question?
I mean, we felt that pain when we were in California too. I mean, like we were in a good place. We were in Chino. You guys know Chino, right?
Oh,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
Chino,
Yeah.
Chino.
Yeah, Chino was nice. But it's only like depending on traffic, 40 minutes to an hour from LA. So it's like if you go to LA, you already feel the hurt that's going on over there too.
Yeah.
My whole thing is, and I commented too in the chat earlier. I understand that people will come here for refuge and asylum, and that's hearts out to them.
Yeah.
But people also need to remember you do need to have national security and a sense of a border. Every nation, at least a healthy one, has that. So it's important to maintain that. So a wall, by definition, is not discriminatory.
No.
Do I think it is kind of ridiculous hearing these stories of how long it takes for people to become, United States citizens? Yeah. I mean, I had a friend who was working like 10 to 12 years to become a United States citizen. I don't think it should take that long. You know what I mean? So if people from other countries who are coming here, if they're hearing, man, it's going to take us a decade to 12, 15 years, what message does that send them? They're just like, well, we're just going to come in anyways. And it doesn't help when Democrats, which again, I have to stress, they're all part of the same party at the end of the day. Democrats, Republican, it's just to keep us occupied, to keep our focus on them. But what does it say when they say, hey, come into our country, we're going to give you phones, we're going to give you food, have you guys posted up in hotels, we're going to have you like moved into the country and stuff. It's just like, dude, this is just a total destabilization of our country.
Sounds like a vacation at Hawaii or something, bro. You buy something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I kind of want to see if I could do it. You know, I'll go down south for like a little vacation and then go over there and get a free phone
Right,
myself,
like
you know?
hide your
I just gotta get
identification, bro. I'd be like, yeah, I came here with them, and then see what you get. I had a question for you,
Yeah.
bro. Do you ever so
Mhm.
Austin is blue? Do you think it could flip red now that maybe a lot of people are seeing this and they're like, okay, bro, this is not what we asked for? Well, what is your opinion on that? What do you think?
I think it's possible for it to flip red, but in order for that to happen, more people have to be free thinking individuals,
Right.
such as yourself and the people on the panel. We need more of that. We need people to not be ashamed of their culture and also the religion too. And this is not just white people too, because I'm white. So I see it a lot where people are like, oh, I have white guilt. Like, I don't buy into any of that bullshit. I was born here. I
White
had
guilt?
nothing
What
to do
the-
with
what the
anything.
fuck
else.
Yeah,
does that mean?
And I
What is
couldn't even
white? What is
Well,
white
wait,
guilt, bro?
he's gonna explain to you guys.
No,
what
let
is
me
white-
tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
White guilt is, especially liberals that are white and have white guilt, they start acting wacky. It's that white guilt that makes them act wacky. It's the white liberals that say the most wacky
Yeah.
stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
And the most
Mhm.
racist stuff too.
And the most racist stuff.
That's true. That's fact.
Yeah.
So what? So in your
Mhm.
opinion, what? I mean, thank you, Israel. That was an awesome feedback. But what does it mean to you? I mean, because again, I'm asking somebody that's white, right? I want to know. I mean, as Latino, I mean, they say, oh man, especially I get this a lot. Like you just hit it right. Right now, you said something so important, and I think some of the guys here heard it too. We get this a lot because we're Mexican. Some of us are Mexican mix. Some of us are from Salvador, but you get so much heat from your own people because you say, why are you downplaying the immigrants? Why are you talking bad about them? Why are you not? Weren't you an immigrant once? Didn't you come into this state reaching out to this thing? Why are you being so ignorant to let others get a piece of the of the America? The home of the free, the dream, the American dream. You know what I mean? So I know there's two parts of my question. Number one, why don't you answer the part of white guilt? What does it mean to you? Because again, I've never heard it from somebody that's white telling me this. So this is good that you're bringing this up.
I always thought it was bullshit because it just doesn't make logical sense to me. I'm sorry for cursing, by the way. I don't need to, but it just doesn't make sense to me. But this is because, I did grow up with some conservative values. I grew up Roman Catholic with my grandparents and my parents and stuff. Then my dad, he branched on later to Christianity. We held on to our values. And one thing we kept in our family is that we think for ourselves. And that's not like a slight for other people who are not conservative or traditional or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a very scary thing. And I want people to hear this. If you live in a blue state like California, you can tell that even from the get-go, preschool, K through 12, community college, university, they just pour in a little bit of the juice to indoctrinate you
Yep, 100%.
into making you feel guilty about some history stuff.
Yep.
So as far as answering that question about the white guilt, I don't agree with it. That's not for me to say that stuff didn't happen in the past. Only a fool would say that didn't happen in the past. It happened, but I'm not going to hold myself to it. I'm not going to hold my parents to it. I don't even know where my dad was, or I'm sorry, not my dad, but my father's ancestors were at the time. I mean, for all I know, they were in Europe, so they had nothing to do with this stuff over here. But it doesn't help minorities and Black people who, feel they can't do anything or achieve because of stuff done in the past. I do think there is things though that are holding back minorities, and I also think it's by design too.
Yeah.
By
100%.
the politicians, the Uniparty who put that there. Again, they just want us in strife constantly.
Right.
But the white guilt, no, I condemn that totally.
100%, man. Hey, man. Hey, one last question, bro. This panel right here has so much questions, bro. We can go all day just with you. Really quick, how long have you been in Austin?
5 years now.
5 years. So really quick, when you started in Austin, this is just an example, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Just an example. When you arrive in Austin, just because I have friends that moved from, they're in California, they moved to Austin, they moved to Plano, they moved to, all the outskirts, Frisco, right? All the outskirts, all the nice places like Dallas.
Pflugerville.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
What have you seen a major change, like with policies? I mean, like stuff that you noticed when you were in California, realistically?
No, like on one hand, it does look good. For example, Texas just finally, recently passed constitutional carry. So I think that's a good move forward. But that thing is a statewide push. That's not just like Texas or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing where I see what's often is if I'm having any type of concern or anything that's like noticing, it's like, whoa, this is kind of like concerning or alarming, or like now this is looking more like California, the rate California operates at. I would have to say it applies more towards how I see churches over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get back to that in a second. And schools. I don't know anything about the schools. I actually, I had some coworkers, maybe I can get in touch with them, who they were like seniors in high school when I was working at the movie theater, but perhaps they can tell me what's going on over there in the curriculum over there. I really want to know.
Well, that's how they
but I can
infiltrate
only
is they start with the schools.
With a very progressive city that they're also like pushing all this stuff. I mean, it's like, we remember what it was like being in public education. If you go in there now, what really infuriates me is you probably see kids on their phone all day, not even paying attention to class, to their teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had to deal with it. Everybody had to suck it up. You had to do your homework. You had to pay attention in class, take notes, whatever. There's none of this, oh, I'm just going to be on my phone. That was just ridiculous. And the bad part is, what is it that they're doing on their phones? TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, just complete nonsense. And it's just mind-numbing. These kids have no attention span. So if there's anything I'm concerned about, it's the schools, but the churches. I know dude with dude in the gray sweatshirt, he was talking about churches with pastors. Do we have any Christian pastors in the chat? Because now you're seeing churches allow this stuff, and I know that's going to upset a lot of people who are part of the LGBT community who go to churches like Christian churches or Catholic churches. But it makes no sense to be promoting pride as a brand and saying, hey, we know what you are and we're going to accept you. And that's who you are. And we're happy for you to live that lifestyle. That's no different than saying, hey, we know that you're an alcoholic or you're a druggie. Right. We'd rather you guys just do it here at church. So we're going to have an open bar just so we make sure that you feel included. You go to church because you're a sick person looking for healing and restoration. That's what it is. So,
and sorry to interrupt you, but you see it over there, a lot of that in Austin right now with churches?
A lot, dude. There's this one church specifically. You know what, man? This is what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna keep in touch with you guys, I'm gonna see if I can try to send photos to you, because there's this one church on the corner, they are trendy. They have this giant lawn chair just out there as decoration. Well, they'll put like these like monthly or weekly messages over here, like hashtag like this, hashtag this, and it's like stuff that's like, what does this have to do with God or Christianity or anything like that? It's like, it's so stupid, man. It looks like an HR office at like the most liberal workplace, like at Twitter before email.
Yeah. So send it to
send it to us, brother.
Hey, Alfred, you didn't ask him what he identified as, bro.
Oh, hey, bro, I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you, bro. What's your pronouns, bro? I'm joking, bro. I'm joking, brother.
No. Well, hey, I just want to say. It's so funny because I think I was just randomly looking up videos on people who are leaving like left politics, and I came across your channel. I stuck with it. I love this live show, and it shows like little amount of people watching right now. Don't let that discourage you. I don't think it is discouraging you. Keep it up, because dude, in a year you're gonna go from like single digits to thousands. Hopefully you can get on bigger platforms, man. We're gonna push for that.
Yeah, man, brother.
Send it to everybody, bro.
Hey, this was a freestyle, bro.
As a white person, I just want to say welcome to the white supremacy club.
That's right.
Damn, bro.
That's right, man. Hey, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you calling, man. We really enjoy having a conversation with people like yourself. Listen, it's and this platform and this phone number here, people can call in, even if you're from the left. We want to be able to hear you. Liz, we're bringing this platform, and that's the reason why we started doing this. I actually told the guys we're gonna pre-record this thing, and then I told them, hey, you guys down to do a live? And they're like, where? It's only gonna hit about 30,000 people, but don't get discouraged. And you should have seen their throat. They were like, but no, in a sense, man, as people, as people like you, brother, people like you. Yep, we do it for people like you, man. So listen, help us out, spread the word, share it with people, because this is the way we're having a little open table here. We have a little open. You get to see everything that we're due. I mean, even if we're falling asleep, you get to see it. It's already getting to a time here in Southern California where people are tired. We worked already. It's 10 o'clock. God, leave, guys. It's 10 o'clock.
Damn, we've been going.
We've been going at it. Hey, but thank you so much, brother. Keep in touch with us.
Thanks,
we're
brother.
going to try to do every Tuesdays here at 7 p.m., brother. Thank you so much.
for calling in, bro. God bless you.
Yep, I'll take care now. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bro, we do it for people like
see,
that. You see
yeah.
what I mean? Like people that,
That's
hey,
pretty
listen,
cool.
I'm calling from Austin, Texas. Bro, it's already 11:50 over there.
Yeah.
All right. This gentleman said he was looking at videos and he ran into our channel. And and today we were debating, like, should we go live? No, but there's people out there they got to hear this. There's some Latinos out there that actually going to hear us. You know what I mean? That need to hear how blunt we are. We got to be blunt with each other. Right. And also, as we said, if you're left leaning, we welcome. Listen, I was progressive once, so I understand where you at. I understand. Orange man bad, but I'm telling you, I am telling you, I was there. You know what I mean? I was there 3 years ago. I was there where I just felt like it's okay to be progressive. I want to be able to, it should be okay. It should be normal to progress. Progress should be a good thing. But when somebody started messing around with my kids, bro, that's when I said, progress is not good. When they started indoctrinating my daughter at her school, 3 years ago, I said, that's not the progress I know of. Progress I know of is not, teaching them, that it's okay to be different.
Let me ask you, sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead, brother.
You as a dad, how did that hit you, bro? How did you feel at that moment? Like, were you more shocked or were you more furious?
Well, why you ask me? Ask Alex, bro.
No, my kid's a G, bro. He knows exactly what's up. I've been teaching him since day one, man.
That's
so
it.
Yeah.
No.
What's up?
But like your experience,
For me,
how you were like how was your reaction when you first
see the thing? It was a scary thought, man. It's a scary thought for fathers that are listening to this stream. It was a scary thought for me to actually realize that, hey, I'm voting for something that I don't even know who I'm voting for. I don't even understand what they stand for. And when I started seeing like, hey, they're going to implement AB 329. And you're like, what is AB 329? What the hell is that? And then I started looking, well, they're going to teach your kids about 150 genders. And it starts at kindergarten. And then at kindergarten, bro. Yeah. AB 329, it implements
150 genders.
It
start
implements
with the third. What's the third?
Bro, tell me about it. My mom only said there's only two, mommy and daddy, and mommy has and daddy has. And can you imagine? That was old school. That was old school. But for them to start teaching my children, to say, hey, it's okay to be different. It's okay. There's many people out there, but I taught, I showed my kids to be respectful. Respect people for who they are. Don't. But when they start implementing a framework,
but it's working, because you know what? The percentage of people that identify as part of the alphabet community,
they're all confused, man. It's like 40%.
Yeah,
or something
imagine if every day they say that
and their
boys are
brains
girls,
are so easily
boys,
susceptible
and
too,
gender
man.
fluid and this and that,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's ridiculous, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. 3 years ago, when they started implementing this conversation, we had less than 3%. Right now, we have approximately 7% of people that identify that way. So you tell me if manipulation of what they're seeing, if they're seeing at school, if they're seeing it with Bud Light, if they're seeing it with, like if they're seeing it,
Like he said, Bud Light, bro.
No. The way,
what about Bud Dark, bro?
No. He has a point. Now it is Bud Light because of that trans guy, but
right? You see it what? You see
Like,
it.
bro,
Think about it. You see
I'm
it on
sorry.
drinks.
That was the craziest.
Bro, you see it on drinks. You see it on TikTok. You see it on Twitter. Soon enough, it makes you try to and water, right? And bottles. Bro, you're seeing it
What is
everywhere.
this water? What is this water?
Bro, open up the
Identify
lights,
as?
bro. Open up the lights. Bro.
Hey, I'm gonna
Who's
open
brave?
up the
Who's
lights.
brave? Who's brave?
Yeah, exactly. Who's brave? As we say, man, the number to call 464. I know somebody. Isaac says, "Well, it's midnight in Texas." Oh, that's true. That's true. It's already midnight in Texas, bro. It's already 2 hours ahead. Hey, guys. So listen. To all of this, I know it's enough chatting, right? We had a good conversation. We vented, right? And in our little discussion here, actually we provide you guys actually some stuff some back to basics stuff that we could start doing already as people that believe in, not only do we believe in our family values, right? We believe in a marriage between a man and a woman. We believe in protecting kids. We believe in keeping kids away from Planned Parenthood. We believe in and making sure that they understand that they can have sex at a certain age, right? That they can make an adult decision, right? Actually, we have some good things that we can start doing. Number one, we can start being transparent. All right. Transparency, we need to go into this you bring with you, including in anything that you do. So did you know that if you're transparent at work, if and you tell your boss, hey, I'm like this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing my work, they respect you more for it, right? If you start asking your politicians, oh, we got another caller? Oh, that's right. Are you guys ready for another caller?
Yeah, bring it
in.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'm going to continue. We left with number one in transparency. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. All right, caller, caller, how you doing? Good night. How are you?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm David Basulto, the Hispanic conservative.
What's
I'm
up?
one of the original founders of Lexit.
Hey, your name is David what? I'm sorry?
Don't know.
Hey, hold on. Give me 1 second.
David Basulto.
Hey, what's up, David? How you doing, man? Where you calling from, David?
I'm calling from Phoenix.
Phoenix,
I lived out
Arizona.
in Cali a long time ago.
Go Suns.
Awesome, David. It's a pleasure meeting you, brother.
This is the first time I've seen your guys' live stream.
Okay.
I didn't know that that you guys were doing this.
Oh, we're in LA.
But yeah, like I'm one of the original founders of Lexit.
Awesome, bro. Nice to meet you, bro. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah,
cool. Hey, how did you
want to clarify? Always, just ask Jesse. I was talking to him earlier today.
Awesome, man.
So I just wanted to kind of chime in on the trans stuff.
Okay.
So like, have you guys seen the videos or the pictures of what people have to do? Like, if it's going from a woman to a man.
Yeah, it's
or,
insane.
or vice
Disgusting.
versa, whatever.
Yeah,
you guys see how gruesome that
Yeah,
stuff
The
is?
surgery,
wild.
right? You're talking about the surgery,
Castration, bro.
Yeah.
the surgery.
Yeah.
Bro,
like they're cutting like basically like the skin off their forearm. Like if it's gonna go from like a woman to a man,
As a
to,
dude, bro,
make
as
them a
a
fake
dude,
wiener, which
as a
has
dude,
no function or whatever. It's just
you know,
kind of like
you want
I
to know
don't
what's
know, kind
crazy,
of
brother?
like a snuffleupagus, thing or whatever.
You know what's
It's
crazy, bro?
crazy,
As
you
a
know,
dude, bro, I was watching that video, and I literally went like this, bro. I was like, I don't know if you can see us. I was like, because
glitch.
Well, nah, I can't watch you.
I couldn't, bro. I was like, what the heck am I watching?
Yeah.
The crazier part is when they cut off us as men, the tip of your thing, bro. Oh, bro, like if you're an athlete or whatever, and you know that part, it's like, but to cut off everything just exactly like that, bro. I used to play soccer, and I got hit one time right there. It hurts. Imagine them cutting your
Look,
thing
man,
off, bro.
if you're a grown ass man and that's the decision you want to do, more power to you. But when you're allowing kids to start doing that stuff, 10-year-old, 11-year-old, I mean, that's disgusting, man. That's some mental
And you know what? They're
disorder shit.
suppressing. They're suppressing people that have gone through procedures that are having regrets.
Yeah.
There was that famous
Yeah,
trans
you're right.
woman, Jazz, whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And we got
she's
Chloe
having-
Cole. Chloe Cole, who was with us. Chloe Cole is actually going. She went through the procedure, right? She did the whole thing. She had mutilation, right, by a certain hospital, and she's currently right now still after 3 years. Or after this has been, this procedure got when she was 13. She's 18 now.
Man.
13 now. She's 18.
It's crazy.
She's
Oh,
still
yeah.
having
Never heard of her?
infections. She's still having infections down there. She cannot have any more kids. You see what I mean?
Jazz too.
When you allow to do kids,
Well, basically, yeah. Well, they do this when they do this surgery, it's basically, you know, on either end. I mean, well, not maybe not with the women, but you know, that try to become men or whatever. But like, you know, for a male that's trying to become a female, you know, you're getting sterilized and you don't realize it.
Exactly.
And you have to go through that gruesome surgery, and it's horrible. And I remember when my sister lived in Seattle, my nieces told me, you know, that their friends were doing it because it's trendy. You know? And if that's
Trendy,
like
bro.
the new trend, that's horrible.
Bro, come
I understand
on.
trend, the new Lakers jersey, the new Celtics,
The new
jersey,
Jordans.
the new
Dance, bro.
Jordans. But the new trend now
But
is
the
hey,
new
bro,
trend is to manipulate yourself with no.
Yeah,
And the thing is
that's
this,
the new trend now. That's
Brother-
why you know, and it's, I mean, I don't know if you guys listen to Jordan Peterson or if you
Yeah,
listen to Joe
of
Rogan's
course.
podcast or anything.
yeah.
But he had Jordan Peterson on, because I mean, I listened to a lot of them. He had Jordan Peterson on, and he was talking about trends and different stuff that happened, you know, in history. And this is just another repeat of like what was trendy back in the 80s or, you know, the 70s or whatever, you know, because if you look at the percentage of people that are becoming trans or binary or other things like that, it's just because it's what's in the news. And it's the easiest way to go from a nobody that nobody gives a crap about to, oh, now you're popular because everyone's going to applaud you, especially in California.
Yeah.
You know,
And you're
like,
gonna be called
you're
brave.
trans now?
Everyone
You're
that-
binary?
everyone
that says
Oh,
you're brave,
okay,
yeah.
we're gonna clap for you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
That-
the easiest way to get some attention, whether you do surgery or not. Of just, you know, like, oh, hey, I'm this, I'm that. You know,
And
where
what's
back in our, you know, my day, I'm 42 now. You know, back in my day, like, you know, like, yeah, you said some shit like that, like, man, you were gonna get popular. They're gonna be like, what's wrong with you? You know what I
Right.
mean?
and what's really
So,
sad is
I-
the adults that are taking part in it, like
Right.
Dwayne Wade, right?
oh
Bro.
my goodness,
And his
bro.
son who's now
Yeah.
a woman, and they love all the attention. And what's sad is that the original baby mama of the son that now is identifying as a daughter
right.
wants to take him away from that.
Wait, as he should.
But Dwayne Wade has all the power and the
Right.
fame.
Well, of course, he's getting. Look, I'm telling you, this is all. Can you imagine this? Okay, can you imagine? You focus on the genitalia, right? When you know that there's a problem with the mind. I mean, Alex, you know about this, bro. Give us a feedback.
Not only the kid's mind, but no, it's not even the kid's mind. The kids are going through what they go through at that age. 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, they have their hormones are changing. They're going through shit. All kids do.
yeah.
Kids.
Right? It's the parents who have the mind problems. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
For you to take your
Well, you know what?
kid.
Like what you're talking about right now, I tweeted this out, like, you know, like, I don't know, probably like a week ago or whatever. You know, when I was growing up in Cali, I was really, really into Batman, big time. You know, to me, I was like, I'm gonna do everything I can to be Batman. I had a black and yellow bicycle, everything. Batman, all that. You know,
You're about to change your
Granted,
name, bro, to Bruce Wayne.
my mom and my dad.
You gotta
said,
fight
okay,
with jokers.
you know what? You want to be a vigilante? We're gonna get you the costume. We're gonna get you everything. You know, we're gonna put you in, excuse me, in classes and learn how to fight, everything to be Batman. You know, like, no, it's just, you know, as a kid, you go through all kinds of stuff.
Exactly.
You know? Like, you're into Mickey Mouse, you're into Batman, you're into, you know, to X-Men, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
We don't know what you want to do. We're just into what we're into, you know. And for parents to say like, oh, wait, my son played with a Barbie doll. You know what? I'm gonna put him on puberty blockers. I'm gonna put him on hormones.
Just for a Barbie doll.
You know, he's only 4, but you know what? Oh yeah, let's go get, you know, his wiener cut off and all this.
It's just
You know,
wild.
it's
It's mind
crazy.
it's
Bro,
just
the same
you know,
kid that
but
believes
you know
in
what-
Santa,
what-
they saying is mature
I'll say
enough
one
to
thing, though.
chop it off.
What's
Yeah.
messed up is, you know, as far as generations go, it's on our generation. I mean, I'm Gen X. You know, we didn't do anything to stop this. You know, we're always trying to change. You know, every generation changes of what they support. They try to be more lenient than the generation before, like whatever our parents did. Because think about it. You know, if I told my nana this, Like, hey, Nana, I think I'm a girl. Hit me with the damn chocolate.
Bro, 100%, bro.
Crazy.
I was gonna tell you this. I think it's important to mention this, man. Some people are talking about affirming, right? If somebody says, if you're boy, and I happen to me, come on, man, it happened to us, even the best of us, okay? There's that curiosity when you're growing up, right? You're little, you don't know, right? It's not like, you know, you're trying to, Alex, you hit in the nail. You're trying to figure yourself out. You know what I mean? You're trying to understand the changes that are going through your bodies, your hormones, and things that are going on. What parents, you need to reaffirm exactly what you gave birth to. For example, if you had a boy, just reaffirm that it's a boy. Stop messing around, right? We were just talking about transparency. Number one, be transparent with the child. Turn off the TV. Stop looking at, hey, let's manipulate. Let's go ahead and get my kid into puberty blockers. Let's get a surgery going.
Cancel the Disney Channel.
Cancel, exactly. Get them off of that. You know, reaffirm them. Get them into soccer. For me, if my Theo would have told me, you know what my Theo would have said? Oh, see, you think you're a girl? Come here, get on top of that tree and jump in it. And we had a trampoline. You know what I'm saying? And he said, I want you to go. If you're a girl, right? Because you're a girl, right? I want you to jump off that trampoline. You got to hit this high. And it's got to go like, can you imagine, bro? It was a test. And you know what happened? He scared the bejeebus out of me. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, I'm a man. I'm not going to do that. That reaffirmed me. You need to reaffirm your child for what he is, for what she is. She's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful boy. You tell them for what it is. Right, Alex? Absolutely. I mean, for some of us that have kids, that's what I tell my girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them what they are.
I mean, I have a story back when I was living in Canoga Park in California. We had this one guy. His name was Joey.
Yeah.
That, you know, to me, like, we just thought he was gay, but started wearing a wig, all that, with long hair. You know, was walking around all feminine and stuff like that. And I did something fucked up to him. I shot him with a BB gun.
By the way, we don't advocate for violence here.
Bro, just for the record. He's not saying to go shoot people with BB guns, bro.
But like that guy, you know, probably ended up becoming trans or whatever. But the thing is, when it came down to it, like, we didn't care. Like, do what you ever want, you know, like, we don't give a crap.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing that was messed up, and just like what we're facing now, is he was a dick about it. He was, you know, just like all in your face, everything. Yeah. You know, like, oh, you gotta accept me for this, and that. And basically that's what it comes down to now. Like, whatever, you want to be trans? Okay, cool, whatever. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. You know, if you're a grown ass man or grown ass,
and tell us that we gotta applaud you, we gotta put you on a pedestal and all this. Like, that's the issue that everybody has.
Bro, I'm also Gen X,
do what you want to do, but don't expect us to applaud you and you know, and put you on a pedestal, because, like, well, for what?
Yeah, you know, bro, like that's the crazy part, bro.
You were a girl, want to be a boy, or a boy want to be a girl. Who gives a crap? You know,
I'm from a generation that was a dude.
My life. That doesn't change anything for me. Live your life. Leave me the hell alone. You know, if you're a good person, then cool. I'll be cool with you. But if you're not, then I'm not gonna like you.
So
I get that crap down our throat.
Hey, you hit it right in the nail. Israel, you're gonna mention something. What you were gonna say?
No. I'm from a generation. There was a dude, right? He was kind of femme. You know what his nickname was? To his face, Fruta. And he would be like, hey, Fruta, come over here. I mean, that's the generation. I mean, that's how crazy it was. It was like, and by the way, check this out. Our generation, there was a dude named Boy George, right? He dressed up like a woman, put on a weird hat, makeup.
Oh, yeah.
You know what he called himself? Boy George. He was a boy. Even he didn't know what he was, bro. People always say, oh, in the 80s, this and that. I was like, bro, he didn't call himself they. He was Boy George.
People need to realize, I don't understand why. And people watching, bro, Latinos are very vulgar and funny, bro. If you act feminine as a dude, you will be made fun of.
But wait a minute. But they're trying to change that through Latinx.
Yeah,
you guys are all Latinx from now on. So stop it.
I got family in Guadalajara, bro.
Yeah,
they laugh. They don't even know X, bro.
Que
chingados en X. Bro, no one uses Latinx. That's an American creation, bro.
Hey,
Bro, you go to Mexico and throw a fucking taco in your face, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, it was wonderful time talking to you, brother. I appreciate you calling. Hey, listen, we're gonna do this more often because we got this line that's going off the hook, man. Hey, join us every Tuesday, brother, at 7 p.m. Come and have a chat with us. We have an open table, like what you see right
I
now.
didn't know you guys are doing this. So.
Yeah, man. So welcome aboard.
I'm off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So.
There you go, bro.
Perfect.
So share it, bro. Chime in. It's a pleasure talking to you, bro. Thank you so much.
All right, brothers. Good talking.
Take it easy,
Good
man.
talking to you.
Later, guys.
All right,
Later.
take care. Bro, it's off the hook. Bro, what you're saying, what he said is true. You got to understand one thing. We were okay. Listen, we were okay. We're respecting others, right? Making sure that everybody understands, hey, we're okay with you being the way you are, being weird.
Man, it's your life.
It's your
Do
life.
bro, like
Do your
But
thing.
when you
Don't push it on
stop,
everybody, like,
Yeah.
when you start messing around with their family, you start shoving it down our throats through the education framework.
Oh.
You start messing around in the
Shoving it
culture.
down the throat, I got scared.
No, when you start
chill, brother.
I got scared, bro.
They're gonna come in here and be like, "What are they talking about?"
No. I'm just saying, like when you start pushing all this
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
nonsense
whoa.
through the culture,
Yeah.
right? And you push using our corporate, the corporate media, the corporations, right? Because now you have 263 corporations that are pushing the flag, the rainbow flag. That's, to me, that's overkill. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna respect whoever I think so, but at the end, I need to stand firm. Remember, we're talking about the transparency.
Bro, we gotta get those sound effects now at the studio.
Oh yeah,
because,
we got 'em.
because they keep pushing. You know how they keep pushing the homosexuality everywhere this is, and then remember that chubby kid that kept telling the other guy that was lifting up the post.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ay, te caíste. Yeah, te caíste. Ay, te caíste.
No, he
Miguel.
kept telling him.
dropped me,
No, he
bro.
kept telling him to stop. So you know how they're pushing it. You just put the sound effect. Yahweh. Like we get it, bro. You're gay, bro. Just don't stop
Have
talking
you seen
about
that
it.
picture? Have you seen the picture of the guy? He's posing like all feminine, and you see the dad like all pissed off. Have you seen that one? When the moment
Yeah,
the
he's
dad
like,
realized.
he's doing the duck face, and the dad's like, "Bro, we gotta add some
That's
funny
crazy.
stuff.
We
No,
gotta
bro,
add it.
We gotta add some funny pictures
Bring
next
another
week.
one.
Next
Another
week, let's
color.
bring some funny pictures.
Yeah, next
Let's
week
look
we're
for
gonna
it,
bring
bro.
some pictures, man. We're gonna do it we're gonna bring some stuff.
Let's
in
add
here.
some humor, bro. Let's start adding some
Humor
funny,
in
vulgar
here.
Latino humor. How Latinos,
That's right.
Because, like you said, bro, he said it. If you go to Guadalajara and bring this
Bro.
nonsense to them, they're gonna be like, "Hey, fool, what are you talking
Try
about, bro?" Like, what?
we talked about this a couple of months ago. We said try telling your tia that you're now
Latinx.
tia, now you're gonna know me as she, he, ham. Imagine, ¿qué?
Yeah, like what? Are you,
¿Qué? What is?
I
Sí,
know,
ahora soy
I know, I
él,
know.
ella, él. Can you imagine, bro? The chancla, bro. Like I have no teeth, because the chancla is gonna hit me right in the mouth, bro. Because they're like, dude, stop with this nonsense trend crap. I don't understand. They don't understand, bro. They don't understand. You try telling a 50, 60-year-old, call me he, she, him, whatever. They're not. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. So anyhow, get back to the transparency. Number 2, regulations. Do you guys know that we need regulations, man? Regulations were made for a reason. We need to regulate on these people. Us as voters, we need to regulate on these politicians. We need to bring in regulations. They cannot invest more than a certain amount of money into the free market because they want to make a profit. Regulate. Regulations, right? Number 3, independent oversight. We need to have an independent oversight. We need an independent. Remember, I don't know about the PTA, right? In schools, we have PTAs, right? The Parent Teacher Association, right? The parents. But sometimes these organizations are bought off, right? And they're overtaken.
Right.
But we need independent oversight. These are not tied into anybody. We know for sure that they're independent, right? Stronger laws, dude. We got to get these people like Gascon out of office. People that are soft crimes, that thinks that it's okay to, the guy, the gentleman, what is it, Jordan Neely, whatever. The guy did 42 crimes, and I get it. He had mental health issues. Why did anybody tackle down the mental health? That wasn't a narrative. That wasn't the problem. He can go ahead and loot, steal, cheat, whatever, 42 times. And then finally somebody had the nerve to pull him down because he was about to kill somebody in the train. And then now we have DA brags. See, look at that. Immediately, we have AOC, the guy, public execution, they call it. Why don't you say the programs that you guys in place are not being effective, like mental health? No, there's no accountability, no oversight. The strong laws are there, but people are not implementing. Why? The cops don't want to implement them. The reason why they don't want to implement them. Why am I exactly lawsuits? And you have freaking Gascon who's going to release them in the next day. So it's a waste of time. How many has youngster been apprehended? 52 times. Okay, he goes off tomorrow. Dude, it's a waste of time. Let him. Free for all. That's why police are getting defunded. That's why our schools are getting, all these active shooter scares. Why? Because you're removing the programs and you're implementing BLM curriculums. Call the facts.
Bro, and have you seen what happened to Minneapolis after BLM, all the riots?
It hasn't been rebuilt. It hasn't been rebuilt.
City's gone.
City's trash.
Wait a minute.
Not even a city no more.
Where's BLM? They took about $6 billion in not only in damage, but what's her name? Patrice Cullors is, living large.
In
That
LA.
mansion, yeah.
Exactly. She
Well,
got
like what to one or two mansions, I think.
Yeah.
No, not even mansions, 1 or 2 houses, like in Beverly Hills or something like that. But
Can you imagine, bro? You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm going quick.
Any more callers or no?
Hey, any more callers? You guys call in. The number 714. We're almost getting ready to skip out. I know some of you are like, yeah, this is awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, listen to us. Next Tuesday, we're going to join this. We were just doing a tester here.
It's a freestyle.
It's a freestyle.
Right.
See, look, right. We don't have nothing other than a little paper. We're not going off the paper. It's off the rails.
We're not going off a script to let you know
Not
how
off
the
a script.
Latino people feel.
Nah, bro. We're going off. We're just trying to tell you guys some facts. Okay, we throw you guys some facts. And lastly, whistleblower protection programs. Guys, there's people right now that wanna join in the whistleblower program. They wanna let it out and speak facts. But guess who's after them? The DOJ, the FBI, the CIA. There's no effective.
What's crazy is that they're supposed to be whistleblowers are supposed to be protected, but in this
they're saying
climate,
they are, but they're not.
But in this climate, they get jacked.
Bro, look at this. Look, the
DOJ.
DOJ.
It all depends on who they're blowing the whistle on, brother.
Right, exactly.
Bro,
we already know who the ones that will be protected.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. Look, you got this guy, right? Independent, Matt Taibbi, right? He brought up some facts. He brought up the FBI files, right? Blah, blah, blah.
Too short, bro. Play too short. Blow the whistle, bro.
Oh, what is it?
I go on and on.
No. When another whistleblower comes out, he starts playing that song. We got another.
All right. Lastly, I know. Listen to this, man. We need to have political party financing restrictions. We need to have that. We need to restrict financials from these parties that are taking advantage of us. Like, Pelosi made a grip of money when she was in for 40 some years, and she invested as a speaker. Her husband made millions of dollars in investment.
Bro,
not only that,
she made Martha Stewart look like an amateur, bro, and nothing happened to her.
Bro, not even that.
Imagine Martha Stewart was in jail for how long?
Exactly.
For
way less.
Here's
That's right.
Here's calling out another one, Republican. Yeah. Chuck Schumer worth $60 million, bro.
And where did he come from?
How do you are worth
as
millions?
A public servant, right?
Yeah, like bro.
Wow.
Hey, if they can be worth that, let's all go into Congress, right?
Politics. That's the only place they allow insider trading, man.
That's so true.
Politics.
Listen, people are screaming in the chat about that the reparation payments, you guys.
Oh, like you said,
it's out of control.
Yeah,
people are upset. People are upset about the reparation payments. If it happens, you guys, $200 million per family. And remember, the true fact is that California.
Million,
sorry, 1 point something.
Like 200 million. I'm really.
Yeah. 1.2. Sorry. 1.2. You're right.
I'm gonna identify as Tyrone, bro. Yeah. I'm getting the cash, bro. Bro, if they give me reparations, bro, my name is Darnell Johnson, bro.
I'm Terry Cruz's nephew, bro. I'm Terry Cruz's nephew.
See, the fact of the matter, bro, these are conversations that they're starting to throw at the fan to see if it lands on the fan, if it fits. If it sticks, that's going to be more than $11 trillion of money that's
going to. Where do you think
to
that's coming from?
The middle class, people that are working, people like us that never stopped working throughout COVID. We continue to work, We're still paying taxes. There's a 19% inflation on tax, plus the inflation that we're paying, plus the gas. That's why 700,000 people have left in the last 3 years of California.
Yeah, just like
That's
we
a
were
fact.
talking about earlier. That's another
90,000
form of
I
them
think-
pandering.
I think
Nothing's gonna happen.
90,000.
I think
No
all the
pandering.
mid class should leave, bro. So then they'll tax the actual rich people here, and they'll be like, all right, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
dude,
The
that's
rich
the,
people are leaving.
the problem is
That's
that you
why.
have Dell and Elon just saying, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to change the name to
Get another victim,
To-
bro.
to-
Get another victim on the phone, bro.
get
Well,
another one.
that's why what's his name said, but what's his name? Joe Rogan left.
Yeah.
All of them left.
People
bro.
are left. This guy, right? What's his name? Maggio, whatever. He just announced he's leaving. Is it Bio or something? It was an actor. It was an actor back in the
And
80s,
then that
90s.
other guy too left it. Ben Shapiro left too. He
Ben
was-
Shapiro
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro. He's in
California guy
Texas too, bro.
Yeah, they
And
left.
he was in
Everybody's
California. He's in California. He graduated from UCLA, bro.
Imagine.
He left.
People are leaving. The reason why, guys, is it's true, man. It's true. Tim Pool said the following. He says, I blame people that stay there for all this nonsense that's happening because nobody's standing up. And it's so true.
It is true.
You know, nobody here in California.
Bro,
not
I
standing
voted
up.
for the recall on Newsom.
I did
voted
too.
And all the Latinos watching novelas.
Nada.
Watching,
Oh, es que
I
sí.
know,
Es que he's doing a
And
good
that's-
job.
Es que salvó las vidas para COVID, por eso.
That's the problem, man. The problem is education and people actually doing research. Look, I have a group of friends that when we started to talk about politics, first and foremost, they tell you not to, right? Because it causes trouble. Well, no, you should be having these conversations
exactly, bro.
because most people don't know what they're voting for.
And they resort to emotions.
And then they resort to the emotions tied to the media programming the minds of the susceptible, right? You have to start having these conversations with your friends, with your family. Yes, why don't they want you to talk about it? Oh, it causes problems. No,
Division
the reason
and
they
all
don't
that,
want
it's
you to
like-
talk about it is because you're going to come to an understanding together.
What's the real issue?
What's the real deal? What's really happening?
Well, that's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like when I hear Latinos and everybody talking about California and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, you complain about the issues, but you forget you voted on the person that is causing these issues.
Well, the problem. That's what
It's
that,
like
that-
oh
They
my
don't
goodness,
know what
bro.
they're voting
Hey,
for. That's
what-
the problem.
You hit it right in the nail, Alex.
And the way they word these
Bills.
bills, it just doesn't make freaking sense.
This was the funniest one that I've heard, guys, and I don't know about you, but this one's the funniest one, and I talk to people about it, and I don't know how I don't make them understand. For example, the Inflation Act, right? It's money. We're spending more money when we owe money. Does that make any sense? Like, I don't get it. So we're this is like saying I'm broke, but I'm gonna spend more money to help my brokenness.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't.
there's a fire, so we're gonna put gasoline
Yeah, right.
to pull out the fire.
Yeah, we're supposed to throw water. So that's where I'm telling people is like in California, it's like, bro, you're complaining about the issue. You have to say, for example, right? Latinos probably now they're working for sure past 40 hours to pay their mortgages. It doesn't matter because of the fact that taxes, bro, it's expensive. Back then, you didn't need to work overtime if you wanted to. I don't know if you guys remember, right? California didn't have high taxes like that. Maybe you can do 30 or 40 hours and you'll still be okay. Now, a bunch of people, I guarantee you, they have to work overtime, bro, to pay these taxes. And that's what I'm saying. How come everybody's not watching this, bro?
Yeah, I just don't think they know any better.
Yeah.
100%. Hey, listen,
it.
Education is so important. That's why you reach us. That's what reach us. We're telling you exactly what to do. Remember, all these things that we're talking about, code of conduct. You hit it right in the nail. If people don't have code of conduct, if you see your governor out at the French Laundry while you're
Governor, that was Schwarzenegger.
if you see him at the French Laundry telling you through the media waves, stay home. Don't eat. Don't even sing at churches while he's freshly eating at the French Laundry. Code of conduct.
Or Pelosi getting her hair
Or
done.
Pelosi getting, showing you her ice cream. You know what I mean? And getting her hair done. Open up the shop just so I can get my hair done, dang it. You know what I mean? And see, code of conduct. If these people do not have a code of conduct, stop voting for them.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Exactly. All right. And of course, we have some problems. We got to fix our electronic voting system here in California. We got to fix it. We got to have the cross-border cooperations. Mexico should be stopping all those 700,000 people.
That's crazy.
They should be doing more. right? But listen to them. If they're bought off by who makes money off of this, you have the coyotes,
Cartels.
the polleros, the cartels who are making easy money. You know, these last 4 years, they're making a substantial amount of money. Imagine somebody that comes from Honduras actually has to pay $10,000 to get to cross the border. $10,000.
Well, now they ain't got to pay nothing. It's just open. They walk through.
Well, but the thing is, who's going to get it through? There's a lot of the polleros, people that already know. And that's what a lot of people don't know. Yeah, I can jump in there, see what happens. Yeah, but, you know, you're going to run into, you know, the sex offenders,
this is,
you know, all that stuff.
And,
but
sorry to say it like this, Alfred. Sorry to interrupt you. It's where I hear a lot of leftists, and sadly some Mexican leftists, they say, oh, how can you say something about, how dare you criticize them wanting a better life? Bruh, you can make Mexico one of the greatest countries ever. The problem is that you're the corruption in there, and you don't call that out. That's the crazy 100%. Part where I hear a lot of Mexican people saying, oh, they want a better life. Bro, Mexico can be better than us or even at our levels, but you don't want to get rid of your cartels. You don't want to get rid of your government. So what you're saying, oh, no, let our people go here, and because we don't want to solve our issues on our end, which is nothing bad. I get it. But still, it's like, bruh, like you want to call out America for defending their country, but you won't allow their citizens wanting their country back. Because what's ruining Mexico, sadly? The cartel and the corrupt government. That's it. And Mexican and if the Mexican people will wake up and say, nah, bro, we want to take our country back and make it somewhat dominant.
It's kind of the same thing that's going to be ruining our country too. The corrupt government and the Mexico, cartel of the pharmacy, the pharmaceutical cartel.
From within Mexico, bro, the cartel and the government is what has screwed those.
Because in Mexico, it's just one party, the PRI, and this is the direction we're going, bro.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Listen, on the last sheet, man, it says strong leadership. All right, strong leadership. If we don't have a strong leadership, like right now, we have somebody that's been shown where to park, how to walk. Where do I stand? Over there. All right, well, take me there. If you have somebody like that, man, I'm telling you, they're gonna take advantage of us. They already are. They're laughing. We're the laughing stock, bro. You think they're European?
Stand on this little circle that's 6 feet away from this circle,
bro. I mean, did you guys see the
video? Walk in this direction with where the arrows in target are telling you which direction to walk.
The funniest video, if you guys go check it out.
Nonsense.
Yeah, guys, this was the funniest one, bro. And I was like, no way, this is true. Is when the blind guy was leading Biden, bro. I promise you, it's a video about it, bro. I was like, no way. Yeah, the guy with the stick, blind eye, Biden is grabbing him walking, bro. I'm like, what? So that you're a blind man is helping you to walk to your place, bro.
What about when he tried to shake that imaginary hand? When he was in Israel? And then he put his hand out.
How embarrassing is it, man, to just watch this guy? He can't get through a freaking sentence, man.
Oh, man.
And he's running our country. What the?
I can't, bro.
I know, man. I know. You guys are hearing our frustrations, but listen, we're going to carry our frustration to the next show, man, because the next show is going to be off the hook, man. This was actually a tester, man. I want to thank everyone to join us.
Invite people, y'all.
Invite people. Hit the share button. Like us.
For next Tuesday, please.
Big shout out to Isaac Paul, Cusina Rose, Unforgettable. Who was there? Who was else? Oh, there's a lot of people. Oh, Liz Spencer, man. There's a whole bunch of people, man, that were just chatting away with us, making sure that we were on top. Lisa Spencer said term limits. That's right. We got to get the term limits. Right. All right, 100%. We got to get term limits. We cannot have 50 years in. I've been in Congress. I mean, I've been in the federal government for 50 years. And then, go back on his word. I mean, I just saw one of his interviews. Yeah, it comes back in a minute for sure. It's a fact. But I just saw one of his old interviews when he says, "Come on now, America is so much worried about the marriage. At that point they were barely starting to discuss about gay marriage.
And back then he goes, no, marriage is between a man and a woman.
It was already established.
Videos that said
it's already established.
Even Obama said it, bro. Obama said that when they asked him back.
Bro, the far left, bro.
They flip like coins, bro.
Yeah,
flip left. There you go. All right, guys.
That's politics for you,
Matt. So thank you all. Hey, any last words, you guys? Because we're gonna cut these people off, man. They've been stuck with us for 2 hours.
That's crazy.
You guys imagine?
That's crazy.
Thank you so
much.
We're
gonna give a shout out to everybody out there, man. For 2 hours, you guys were with us, man. We're gonna gonna see you guys next week. We're gonna have another
Invite
jam
people,
pack.
y'all.
Invite people so we can get off the hook. And as you guys
Call
know,
in next week too.
call
right?
in
We're
next
gonna have
week.
sound effects. We're gonna have Too Short.
Oh
We're gonna-
yeah, that's
We're
right.
gonna have Roger and Zap.
That's right. That's right. But for now, man, we're gonna cut it off with this song. It's called "The American Muscle" from Tyson James, and we're gonna see you guys here next week. All right. God bless you guys. Take care. Take care.
Later, y'all.
I'm American, fly straight like a seraphim. Snowflake, no comparison. My flow great, color arrogant. There's no debate, I procreate. Raising up little proteges, not hold weight. Let me showcase. Not got muscle for the road race, man. We cooking it up in America, come get a bite of the pie. Better not do it illegally, better be doing it right. I'm in it to win it, you following me and I follow the light. You following me and I'm following Christ. American muscle, I'm all on the fight. Woo! Anything I want, man, I'ma go and get. Yeah. The hustle got me geeking, leaking with the sweat.